map in this bitch. Coming at you, pre-recorded done, motherfucker. So, today, I shouldn't be screaming. There's a lot of pressure built behind each scream. Dude, y'all, I've got such 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 fucking unboxing videos right now because I've been, what do you call this? Backlogged like a motherfucker. Because, some shit happened. Those who know, obviously. Elephant in the room here. I gotta turn these fans on. I just had a couple Popeyes chicken sandwiches because they were $4 on fucking Uber Eats. And I can't drive anywhere right now because it's really difficult, to drive with one eye open. Gripping your pillow tight. Exit light. All right. And I had obviously been hanging out with Evan Williams a little bit tonight, just a little tiny bit. Crush your head. So yeah, there's that. But I had 2 Popeyes chicken sandwiches. I ordered 4 because they were only $4 each on Uber Eats, which is a fucking steal. But they steal from you after the fact because my delivery fee and then after the tip, it was an extra $10. So, so it was $16 for the whole meal, but then everything, delivery and tip, was 25 something or other. So $6 a sandwich roughly. I'm almost $7 a sandwich, I guess, right? I don't know math. But I had 2 of them. I thought I could eat all 4, man. I've been falling off lately. I think I blame At0m Miranda for this. I don't know why or I don't know how. Also, this sucks because remember I told y'all during the last stream I broke my phone. So this is what you're looking at, or this is what I'm looking at. This fucking green and purple line going through my shits because I had busted my phone. The last stream, when I was like touching my eyeball and doing all types of drunken shit, probably saying a bunch of things I'm not supposed to be saying. Anyway, I got, like I said, 5 things to unbox. And, I don't know if I want to make 5 different videos. I probably will, because each thing probably deserves its own shits. I don't even know what's what anymore. Honestly, I can't even remember what the fuck I ordered here. But let's just get right into it. I'm gonna pick this one just in case it's a dud. Then we could just start from here, I guess, and open something else. But it's great. So yeah, shout outs to whoever was in the live last time. I don't even fucking remember, to be honest. I got a shout out song. Well, not me personally, but I was included in several shout outs songs, several shout out whatchamacallits, by the homeboy Pinocchio's Helicopter. He made a song with everybody from the Bond gang, not Bon, but like Bond fans. Oh, okay. So this is something that deserves its own video, so we could do that. It's gonna be a short video. But this is the Concerto, or is it Concerto? I think it's Concerto cart by Fred Quimby. Yes, that Fred Quimby, the mayor from Springfield, unknown state, from The Simpsons. And doesn't come in any case or anything. This is going to be a short unboxing, I guess. Maybe I could double these up so it's not too many videos, because this is not going to have its own, I think I know exactly one other thing that I can unbox with this thing. And I'll just include them together. And then maybe I'll just do 2, because I believe that these 2 are pretty much the same exact thing, or roughly close to each other. And I believe even this one is, Christ almighty. I probably executed some crazy command on my computer just now. Well, anyways, for those who know or remember, I had a 7800 flash cart that I bought. It was the 7800 GD game drive. not GD folks. Yep, $8 versus Popeyes $4.20 special. Yeah, dude, and it's even cheaper on Uber. So Popeyes is having a Munchies special, you know, because, you know, everybody's celebrating pot. So Popeyes said, you know what, we're gonna, every chicken sandwich we got, $4.20 out the door. But Uber said, you know what, we'll match you up because we're gonna charge them an extra $5 anyways. $4 out the door. So it was even cheaper than if I would have drove to Popeyes, which it's very difficult to drive with one eye. I'm not a seasoned veteran when it comes to that. Stubborn one, can you let me know, do you drive with one eye, man? It's to me, it's extremely difficult. I had to drop off the homeboy, hell yeah, about 2 weeks ago to the date. And then I scooped him up also a week ago from the airport. And man, I tell you, I thought I was gonna crash, especially at night. It's like I have even worse, you know, driving experiences. Anyways, so I can't tell if this is injection molded or no. This is injection molded. Okay, it's not 3D printed. So yeah. Anyways, tangent. The point was I got Uber Eats. The point is, all right, we're doing the game. The Concerto cart. So this was, man, dude, I already forgot because it's been that long since I bought it. I think it was on sale for $50, but I missed that sale. And I ended up getting it for like $75. But normally I think it's $100. But what this allows you to do is it's basically an EverDrive for your Atari 7800. And you put the SD card in there, you load it full of ROMs, and then you just play every single Atari 7800. And if I'm not mistaken, since the Atari 7800 is also backwards compatible with the Atari 2600, you can load every single game from the Atari 2600 onto this as well, which, you know, if you use a fucking 1 gigabyte SD card, you're gonna have even more than like 50% left space, you know, just loaded, maybe more, maybe 80%. Like the entire ROM set for everything ever made for Atari 2600 and 7800 is probably a couple hundred megabytes. So, I mean, but it's convenient to have everything on one cart. Like I said, the other thing that I had was the 7800 game drive. The one upside to that one was it had a port in the front where you can connect AV out, because normally it was RF, which, you know, is like the coaxial cable that you screw into the back of your old school ass TV. But the 7800 that I bought, actually somebody modded it so that I already have the composite video out. So I didn't necessarily need the game card thing, but I guess it's nice to have. I don't know if it pulls straight up RGB or not. I think it just pulls out composite video, but either way. So anyways, but I'm a collector of these flash carts. You know, I love the technology, the idea, the premise behind them. So I picked this one up as well because I don't know, maybe one day the 7800 plus, the new one that I bought, which is like it's an emulation machine basically, but maybe one day somebody will hack it so that, you know, you can use flash carts on it. I don't know, we'll see, because for now you can't. Anyways, all right, let's get into the next few shits here. Well, the next shit, and then we'll go from there. And let me prepare, I think, because I believe this is the one. This is the next one I want to open, and I need a knife as usual. And I'm gonna bring these into the mix here because, matter of fact, let's bring everything into the mix here, just in case. I don't know. I'm not sure if this thing is loaded with anything, and if you remember from the last time, I had a little stick PC. Pause. Big stick PC, guys. Gals. No? All right. So it was this thing, the Intel ComputeStick. So how it comes is like this, you know, this is a whole PC, a Windows 10 PC. You can load Linux on it. I've got you don't need it. This can just plug directly into your television, and then you just supply it some power. And then, you know, like a mouse and keyboard thing. I mean, both of these dongles for the mouse and keyboard would fit into this. Or if you have a combination keyboard and mouse, which you only use as one dongle, you would only need that one thing here. This could be like a USB stick. You've got a SD port, you know, in case you want to load more shit or whatever. I don't know. Anyways, so I got this one under the guise that it was a Intel M3 processor, which it's not. So I was a little bit upset, but it is 4 gigabytes of RAM, and it has 64 gigabytes of internal storage, which is what I wanted, because most of these have two gigabytes of internal space. No, 2 gigabytes of RAM. Pause. And only 32 gigabytes of internal NAND storage where the operating system is. And if you know Windows 10, man, with 32 gigs, that's nowhere near enough. So you would need to basically put an SD card or a fucking USB thumb drive kind of deal here. Like, where the hell do I have a thumb drive laying around? Somewhere. One of these cheap Micro Center shits. I don't know where it went. You know what I'm talking about, though, right? Where the fuck did it go? I used to have like a million of these lying around. Here's one of them. So one of these shits, you can plug this in. I mean, you can get these in several gigabytes. You know, you just plug that shit in right there. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a whole computer, albeit slow, a very slow computer. But if you're just looking for some quick shit to, you know, fuck around on, keep it offline even though this has like Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, you can keep this completely offline. There we go. And you could have, you know, whatever, 1 terabyte if you wanted. Just plugged into a monitor, your TV, doesn't matter. And that'll take care of your basic Windows needs, or Linux needs, you know, for that matter. You don't have to have Windows. You could probably run Linux Mint on this. There was one right there, right underneath the shits. Another one. Anyway, so I had thought that I bought the M5, the M3 processor, because that one has like a turbo boost. Even though the clock speed is only 900 megahertz, it has a turbo boost clock speed of like 2.4 gigahertz, right? I believe 2.2 or 2.4, I forget now. But so they had listed this as the M3 Intel processor chip, which is the one I wanted. It turns out it was the At0m Miranda chip. So although it boasted a larger clock speed, I think it was like 1.4 gigahertz. The max clock speed, the turbo, was like 1.92. So not as fast as the other one in demanding applications. The only reason, like I said, I bought this thing is because my monitor needs a micro HDMI. So, but otherwise, you could just plug this into your computer. Your fucking monitor, and you've got a full-on Windows 10 computer. This also came with Windows 10 Pro, so I didn't send it back for that reason. You know, because I'm like, false advertisement. I wanted the the good one or whatever. Even though this is a newer model, it's just not as powerful as this model. So let's get into this now. Where the fuck did that knife go? Oh, it's right here. So let's go open this horse up and see what the fuck is going on in this bitch or horse, guys. So let's crack this open. See what the fuck is. How I never know how to open these shits. That was the box. I know what it sounded like, but it was a chair, guys. Anyways. Hey man, they packed this thing like a fucking Apple product. Oh no, never mind. I thought it was gonna be like wrapped in cellophane or some shit down there. Nothing. Get out of here, kid. You're bothering me. All right. Shout outs to the endorsement. I've been on an endorsement binge as of late. Dude, like how much padding do you need for this thing here? Great. Thanks. I appreciate that. Look at this, dude. In a bag too. Smell it through the bag, baby. All right. So yeah, this is the. As you can see, this one actually says the Core M3, whatever the hell that says. Dude, I can't see. Oh, fuck, man. Inside. It's an Intel Core M3 inside. And then it's got, you know, this little sticker and all types of shit. This one is actually, you know, it's got like documentation on the back, whereas this one has nothing. I didn't even know what the hell this was until I plugged it in, and I finally got Windows running on it, which took me a while because, I don't know. This also comes with one USB 3 point something port, and then USB-C for power, whereas this one requires USB, micro USB for power. So that's one upside, I guess. I don't know if it matters or not. But I also bought a couple of the power adapters that this originally came with. I got 2 for 20 bucks. No, 2 for 18 bucks. But so in the description they say that this has 3 USB ports, but obviously they don't. However, what it was on the actual power adapter thing, you know, it had 2 USB ports there, and then it had the USB-C out, and then you plug it into here, and then you plug in your, you know, your whatever things into the shits, you know, like that, let's say. And then you could use like your hard drives or other peripherals and whatnot, and it would power them, and everything would be alright like that. So, so I got this thing. So yeah, like I said, now I got 2 of them. And then I also bought, well, I bought 2 of these micro HDMI, or HDMI to micro HDMI shits. I bought a couple just regular USB-C cables. When I do get the adapter, I'm going to use those. And then I believe that's it. But I want to try this right now with a battery bank, which I have right here, to prove that you can just have an entire PC, Windows 10, running off a battery bank. You know, I mean, albeit this one's a fat ass battery bank, but if you're only gonna do like maybe a couple, you know, minutes or so of, or I don't know, you know, an hour, let's say, of PCing, and you want a portable version of that, and you don't want to pay $800 for a, you know, Legion GoPro or a ROG Strix Ally or some shit like that, you could do this solution. This device itself cost me, well, this one was 45 bucks. With tax and shipping, I think it was about 60 bucks. This was also 45 bucks. I think with tax and it was free shipping, it was a little bit less. So, I mean, a little bit more. Not much more, though. I think it was maybe 45 bucks, 80, I don't know. I forget what it is. But let's go ahead and plug this. Let's plug this one in just to see if there's any OS loaded onto it or anything. And then if not, I'll show you the old one, because I think in the old video I didn't actually get it up and running. And man, dude, I swear, every time I tie this fucking hair up, it just wants to come loose. Juice got me loose, gone off Patron. And I swear, every time I tie up my hair, at least on camera, it looks like I'm about to give you some head or something like that, which I don't appreciate the what do you call that? The symbolism. Just looks like AOC tying her hair up to blow you, or whoever. I don't know. I don't like AOC. She looks like a fucking horse, by the way. All right. Got a USB cable here. I think I'm gonna need 2. Where's the other one? Oh, it's right here. I got 2 of these bad boys from Amazon. It was like $5. So, and yeah, I'm sure I have a million other fucking USB-C cables everywhere, all over the place. But you know, I wanted some for this specific application. Fun fact: if I was to buy this ComputeStick, wherever it went, how do I lose things so quickly? Oh, it's right here. And I probably smushed the screen. If I would have bought this with the power adapter, an HDMI extender, and the USB-C cable, it would have cost $150 plus like another $10 shipping. So, you know, this is kind of a better bargain here. Wow. Okay. So I got my Anchor. I've got mail, but I've got my Anchor power banker here. And I'm going to plug this monitor in here. If I could see. I don't know if it matters, but I'm going to plug that right there. Plug this into the other USB-C shits, guys. Yeah. I know, this is a long video, but I spared you guys from having to sit through 5 videos of probably equal length anyway. So, you know, there's always that. Always look on the bright side, guys. Guys! Okay. I'm going to plug this shit into heat. Oh, you know what? Let me plug in this hub. Oh, man, I need the keyboard and the mouse, don't I? Fuck. All right. Okay, I need this here. Keyboard and mouse. Again, don't necessarily need it. I mean, you do need the keyboard and mouse, but you don't need 2 ports. You could just get one of those keyboards that only has 1 port. Hold on. Let me grab this keyboard and mouse situation that I've got. Yeah. So this is why it's 2 different USB dongles, because this one has its own proprietary shit, this one has its own. But there are some where you could buy the keyboard and mouse, you know, something small, and you can run it off 1 dongle. You got $1? All right. Let me put all this shit to the side here because I need my keyboard here, and then I'll put the mouse here. Right, and then we got the dude. Like, I have no depth perception, guys. So I can't see shit, but I'm trying here. All right, so we plug this dongle into the shits. Right. I don't know if there's gonna be an OS on here, but I mean, you know, we'll cross that bridge when it gets to it. I see, this is what I'm saying. I can't see with one eye. There, okay. And then I give props to anybody who can see with 1 fucking eyeball. I need both of my eyeballs to see properly, and it's very difficult. And it's not something that I've ever gotten used to. This is not the first rodeo here. I've had 3 eyeball surgeries in my life so far. All right, Intel ComputeStick. So this one, unlike the other one, came right up. And as you can see, this is the power indicator, and there's nothing else connected. You know, this is completely portable. You know, this is everything here. So let's see how long it takes to boot up. Pete boot edge. I don't know if it has an operating system on here or not. We'll see. Maybe nothing will happen. Seems like nothing is happening. Wait, what does that say? No, a bootable dev has not been detected. Okay, or a bootable device has not been detected. Okay, well, unfortunate. But like I said, you can install whatever the hell you want on it. But this one, I wanted it because it has the M3 processor. So I'm gonna reset it, and then I'm gonna do like F2 or something. So at least get into the BIOS. You know what I'm saying? So I'll spam the F2 button if I can get into that screen. I think I just shut it off, but I want to try to turn it back on. I don't know if it's booted. I can't. There, okay, I think it's booting now. I don't see a screen on here though. I see a blue light on the machine. Let's see. Maybe this, I'll just unplug it altogether. Okay. What the hell does that say? Intel ComputeStick. And then, oh, wait. Something's going to pop up here. I want to hit like F2 or whatever when it shows up. F2, enter Intel ComputeStick BIOS. There we go. Hey, so look, I mean, you can see it's a real fucking computer. I got the mouse here, you know. So everything's working as it should. I just got to load an operating system onto this thing. I thought maybe oh, fuck you. I thought maybe it would have something loaded onto it, but it does not. Let's see. Oh, so yeah, this says max processor speed, 2.2 gigahertz. So 900 megahertz. Intel Core M3 6Y30. As you can see. And you can even load, you know, if you have a pre-configured USB stick that has like Linux or something on it, you can just preload it. You can hot swap operating system. So that's kind of cool, man. So let's see. Let's go to configuration, Bluetooth, wireless LAN, power stay USB, boot. So I don't know. It's a standard BIOS, but let me jump into the other one so you can see that, you know, there's one that actually works with Windows and whatnot. So we'll discard changes and exit. And yes. There we go. Bootable device has not been detected. Okay. That's all fine and dandy. So let's go ahead and unplug this from the power source, and I will have to change out this USB-C for micro USB for the other one, because that's what the other one uses. And we just untangle all this shit here. We'll plug the USB hub into here. So technically I would have 2 extra ports. And let me see if I can find this micro USB cable, which I believe is this one here. Yeah, micro USB. And then we plug this into the shits. And then plug this into the USB-A port here. And then we plug this into the micro USB shits on here, which is right here somewhere. So now that that's plugged in, I don't know if I think this one I have to press the power button. Because at first I thought it would just auto boot, but it does not. So there's a power button here on the side. And then you can see the light comes on. And then this should boot up Windows 10. Portably. Portable Windows 10, guys. It looks ugly, I'm not gonna lie, with all these wires and everything hanging out, but you know, if you got a TV or something, you don't really want to buy a whole computer, and all you need is just a little bit of Windows 10, you know, you could just, matter of fact, even if I had this thing, I would just like kind of sticky tape it to the back or something, you know, and just have like one little setup here. Maybe get some better, you know, like a 90-degree mount cable, so everything is just contained, and I could have Windows 10 in one fucking portable source here. Is this not turning on? What the hell is going on here? Okay. Let's see if it turns on. For some reason it did not. The little light is blue here. I'm blue. No? Alright. It says it's on. Did it just shut off? No, it's still there. I mean, it worked last time, so I don't understand what's going on here. Everything plugged in. Maybe I'll click it again. I don't know. It definitely worked last time. I mean, not on the video, but I was able to get it up and running. So I don't understand what the hell is going on right now. Of course, just my luck, right? I don't know. Is this gonna ever turn? Jesus Christ, everything I'm breaking. See what happens when you don't have 2 eyeballs? I have no depth perception. Jesus Lord, this thing's gonna explode. I keep it up. Is this even on? Okay, 1 point whatever watts. I'm not sure why this is not turning on here. Maybe the USB, what do you call this? It wasn't plugged in properly, oh my God. I think that's what it was. The HDMI didn't seem like it was plugged in. There it is. Okay. Keep pressing, okay, all right, so there it is, MrMaD. I've got a portable Windows 10 computer, if you can see. And we'll let this thing log in. I've got the wireless keyboard, the wireless mouse. Slow, it's a slow computer. This one is the At0m Miranda processor, Intel Atom. But yeah, dude, you know, motion detected in the front yard. So I'm looking at this backwards, and it's very difficult. But it's a full-on Windows PC in the palm of your hand, I guess. I can't see. I'm trying to. Okay, there we go. I can't navigate the mouse backwards. As you can see, got all the start menu, Cortana, whatever. Trying to go to settings. And so my plan for this device or the other one, doesn't matter which one. I'm gonna have this completely offline, but I'm going to be running a DOS box setup using At0m, which is a project that has every DOS game ever made, I guess, or you know, all the good ones anyways. But yeah, as you can see here, I don't know if you can see here, MrMaD's little stick running Windows 10 Pro. So just that alone is worth maybe like $30 or something like that. And then it's got that At0m Miranda Z8350, I believe that says, 1.44 gigahertz, 4 gigs of RAM. Is this upside down? Why does it look upside down here? No, it's just backwards. What the hell? I'm retarded. But yeah, dude, it's pretty cool. So like I said, I'm gonna run offline. You know, I'm not connecting this thing to the internet. But it's gonna be completely offline. Just every DOS game that's worth having. I'll have a nice little portable form factor. Like I said, if I want, I could probably just sticky tape all this shit, like double-sided tape to the back of this, and just, you know, just have like a keyboard and mouse on the side, and I can play any DOS game I ever feel like, which I'm not gonna do, obviously, because I never do anything that I say I'm gonna do as far as like all these little retro projects. I just like the option of doing it maybe one day, and it never happens, but it's all good. And then, you know, if I want to run some lightweight games, I believe this thing can run things like Doom 3, even. Half-Life 2, you know, that kind of stuff. It'll run on this little processor. Maybe some very light emulation, maybe some Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis type of shit. You could all run it on here. You get a little Bluetooth keyboard, controller pad. You got everything ready. I know. It's stupid. There's plenty of other shit that does everything like this, but this is what I wanted. I wanted a Windows 10 PC. Portable like this. That's not $900 fucking dollars. And it doesn't have to be that powerful. So shut it down, and then we'll get to the next videos after this. Speaking of portable handhelds, hint, hint, hint. Okay. Anyways, we're done with this. So we're gonna unplug all this shit here. USB, whatever. But as you can see, I didn't check the power shits here, but I mean I'm on 99% battery on this thing, so I mean if I really wanted to in some weird survival situation where I just need to play on a Windows 10 computer or something, I could run it off this power bank and it'll be pretty cool, I guess. I don't know. You might not think, I don't even think it's cool, but we'll do that. Alright guys, I got one more video, which these 3 devices here. Thank y'all for watching. And peace out!